Good morning, Utterback Unicorns. Miss Sanders here. Today is Thursday, January 21st, 2021. And we are here situated in the third week of school. Okay, this is the third week, about to finish up, about to end up the third week, going into the fourth. And so, the fifth week is progress reports go out. And then around the seventh or eighth week, we will have parent teacher conferences this quarter. And so it's a busy quarter. Time is moving fast, like I told you it would. And this is a even shorter week because we had the Martin Luther King holiday weekend to start off this week. So there was no school on Monday. So, just a really short week. And so I hope that you guys are getting some things done and really focusing on what's important. I just want to quickly talk about what a historic moment we had yesterday in seeing the new president and vice president take office and how exciting it was, and hope you all had an opportunity to watch some of the inauguration. We definitely had it on here at school. As we were working, we had it on and was able to watch, and definitely wanted my own daughter to see the inauguration because these are meaningful moments, especially for people of color, right? Especially for women, right, who are seeing for the first time our very first woman vice president take office and show us that we are worthy in that inauguration space, and taking on what the second highest command in the country. And so I don't know how you all felt about it, but I just wanted to give you just a couple of reflections from myself about what it means to me, what it means for me to have a daughter who's in eighth grade, to see a woman who looks like her, who has this, the same skin tone and heritage. Kamala Harris is a African American and South Asian woman, and that heritage has historically been, as we know, kept in the outliers in terms of having access to positions of power. And so for a person like me, and a young lady like my daughter, these moments just qualify that, to the world, to our country, to ourselves, that we are worthy. And I hope that you all have understood that you have always been worthy, and the inauguration does not make that the truth. It just validates for those who think that it doesn't, that we aren't, that we are. And I just want to, encourage you all to be proud and to walk a little bit taller today, that you are worthy, you are capable, and you are everything. And nothing that is coming at you is stopping you from being great. I think often we put leaders up on pedestals, right, as if they are not human beings, especially when I think about Martin Luther King, right? Martin Luther King, of course, is probably I think he is the most researched leaders in history, and he is touted up on high as, a healer of our nation. But the reality is that Martin Luther King suffered with mental illness. He was depressed for most of his life and actually attempted to commit suicide twice before the age of 13. Right before he was assassinated, Martin Luther King was being advised by his staff to seek some medical attention. And I state that, and I say that because we think that, especially looking up at leaders, right, at these leaders that have made progressive change in our country, we think we have to be perfect. We have to be incredibly intelligent, that we have to be sound mind, sound body. Everything needs to be in alignment. We need to come from a good family. We need to come from a good neighborhood. We need to come from all of these things that are already designed for us. And often that's just not the case. In fact, some of the greatest leaders who have made the greatest change come from circumstances that are not ideal. And so I say that to you all because as much as I want to celebrate the great man that Martin Luther King was, I love the fact that he was not a perfect person. Um, and I also too think we have to think about all that he sacrificed. Martin Luther King died with $5,000 in his bank account. He was considered an American terrorist. He was a radical. He was an anti-capitalist. He was an anti-imperialist. And he, those are things that we think of him now as this humble man of peace, but the reality is that he was a believer in opposing something that was so racism, right? But it was so entrenched in our country at the time, and he was a radical. And I say that to you all because as much as we talk about organizations now, right, like Black Lives Matters is considered to be a radical organization, we may look back at this moment and see the great change that has sparked because of those moments. And so I encourage you all to be radical. I do. I really do. I encourage it. I want you to be strong and have convictions and have passion. I will say that it's a requirement if you're going to lead people that you have some of the skills and abilities to do that, right? And those are the foundations that you're picking up here. You don't have to be a radical and be making mass social changes, right, to be a radical. You could be a radical and defy your circumstances. You could be a radical and create and build something that has never been done before. And you will always have haters, always. You will always have those naysayers, those that don't believe you or don't think you're capable for whatever reasons. I myself have continuously and still continue to face that today. The assumption that I'm young, the assumption that I'm Black, that's not an assumption, I am Black, right? But the assumptions and the stereotypes that come with being Black and brown. And so I need you all to keep your head up, okay? I just really do. I want you to understand that just because something is glossy and beautiful doesn't mean that it wasn't dragged through the mud first. Okay, that it didn't get cleaned and washed. And it's a beautiful thing to have a struggle. I know we don't look at our struggles as something that is beautiful, but honestly, the people that I adore the most have never had glass paved lives. They've always had something that has helped them to grow, help them to overcome, and help them to understand those that are in similar circumstances. All right. I want you all to stay encouraged. I really, really, really want you to understand that this learning, right, school, right, as mundane and boring as it can seem, these really, really, truly are the stepping stones to greatness. And I believe that each one of you has the capacity to do such. Okay. I really need us to really think about our attendance because I'm seeing a lot of 8th graders here, especially. Actually, 8th graders you all have the highest list of students who are close to 10-day drops, meaning that you are close to being dropped from school because you've missed more than 10 days in a row. And so I need you to fix it because we need you to go to high school. We need you to be prepared for school. We don't want to send you forward, and we won't send you forward if you're not ready. You can't be ready if you're not here. And that's to all grades, okay? I really need to see a big, heavy increase in IXL minutes. I am a little concerned at the lack of minutes, and so I've been speaking to your math and ELA teachers about ramping up minutes and having that be the bulk of your grade in those 2 classes. And so I'm going to need you to really get your practice in on your skills because it is those skills that are aligned directly to the assessments that help to move you forward and propel you forward to your future. Okay. We want nothing but greatness for you. And so when your teachers are asking you to buckle up, buckle down, turn on, tune in, connect, say something, that's not to be annoying. It's because it is a requirement to greatness. And we know that you are capable. You have all of these examples. You all are a generation that have seen the first Black male president, right, become president. I think you probably, what, two, maybe one, maybe just born when that happened. Now you're seeing the first African American, South Asian vice president, woman, take office. You are set up. You are the first generation that have these outcomes, right? No generation before you has seen this happen. So the possibilities for you are extrapolated, right? Multiplied for you because it's so possible, right? All the suffering of the past is paving a way for you. What are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna sit there and fail? Are you gonna sit there and not be motivated? Are you going to let your circumstances keep you in a rut? Because if you are, that's a choice. That's a choice. You don't have to be like that. You can do it. And on the heels of this great day of the inauguration day, I just want to say, I believe in you. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for this country. And I'm excited what you all will bring as the new citizens, as you all become, not new citizens, but as you all become voting age and get to make changes and get to impact change. And I know you can do it, but I need you to know how to read, write, think, analyze. I need you to understand how the world works around you. And that's just so important. I need you to be creative. I need you to be thoughtful, considerate. I need you to be humble. I need you to be kind. If you can just do those things, you're making a difference. Okay? All right, I'm off my soapbox. I need you all to focus. We're supposed to have a raffle tomorrow, but I don't know if any of you all have completed the task. I know I got at least one student that hit the requirements for the $25 raffle. Please check in with your advisory teachers and they will walk through what the requirements are. Try to get those in by end of day today. I will take them as early as by noon tomorrow, the submission requirements for that. And I'll pull the raffle in the afternoon, and I will let you all know who the winner is on Monday. All right, I want you guys to have a great weekend. Be safe, be kind, be good, be motivated. Cheers.